citizens of the Reject Nation. We are here to watch all of the episodes for Tales of the Empire. So you guys can skip around to whichever one you guys want to watch, but it's probably best to just keep watching the whole thing with us in chronological order. Thank you to all that have been following Michael Tesler, CEO, conglomerate owner of Multi-House, and also our Star Wars aficionado. Never once in the history of being here has he ever gotten a fact wrong. Not once. Even if you think he's wrong, you're wrong. We refuse to comply. Michael, how are you?
I am doing well, my boy.
That's a great impression of the Bad Batch. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us below, is Tales of the Empire better to you than Tales of the Jedi? Which one of these 6 is your personal favorite? You know what to do. Use the dark side to leave a like.
Do it.
On this, on this video. Also, our full-length reaction watch-along, where you sync it with your own copy. That is available for our super sexy rejects. Over at our Patreon page, it's like we're in the room with you, watching the entire time. We're just one of the people on the couch or the computer with you. Thanks to Prepper for helping us set it down.
Bagels?
I said thanks to Prepper for helping us set in these highlights.
No, seriously, they're amazing.
Yes, thanks to Prepper.
I am actually deformed like Palpatine after the Jedi attempted to assassinate him.
And they make me look good.
I'll play the video. Let's do it. I know I'm so excited to see a Barriss coffee. It's been so long. Almost forgot her name.
Barriss Coffee.
Oh, Dathomir.
You could always tell by the red. Everyone else looks at
Dathomir
the environment.
atmosphere.
I still can't believe that we're going to get to see this.
Woo!
This is the Order 66 of Dathomir right here.
They're all a bunch of Omegas.
Oh.
Mother!
Morgan, this way.
That's Morgan Elsbeth.
Good job, Greg. Context clues.
Stand your ground.
Let's go! Come on!
Oh no.
Oh, Grievous.
Oh, look at that animation upgrade.
This is so chaotic.
Stay back. Seti Nagdor times.
Oh, sick.
This is exciting.
Yeah, Count Dooku really had it out for Dathomir.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Hello there. It just seems so hard to fight Grievous.
Oh no! Oh. This is giving the Clone Wars micro series vibes right now.
Oh, you showed up just in time, Morgan.
Oh, extra hands.
Fly, you fools.
No!
Oh.
Jeez.
I believe they've already been attempting that.
It's nice to have Grievous really be menacing the way Grievous is intended to be. How are you getting off-world? Or are you getting off-world?
I didn't think I wanted to see Morgan Elsbeth's backstory, but I guess I do now.
I think Dathomir is such a fascinating playground of stories. Fudgesicles. Oh, jeez. Oh.
God, I love all the amount of acrobatics here.
Yeah, you forget how intimidating those are.
Nice job. It's amazing how much you get away with the droid action. It constantly feels more violent than it is.
Those clankers. Oh.
I was born in the dark. Oh, they mistakenly thought she was dead, perhaps.
Those Night Brothers?
You just call them Night Bros? You were the Night Bros. We do dark magic. Yo, the path of fear.
What a fun concept. I'm so glad that they did this. What a hell of a cold open.
Be calm.
Oh.
You are under the protection of the Mountain Clan now.
Oh, cool.
That's the name of the Night Bros.
Get out of here.
The power of the Night Sisters broken. Their spells have faded. You're fortunate to be alive. Let me show you what this dark day has wrought.
Let's just relive your trauma.
Yeah. I'll show you yesterday.
Welcome to the morgue. The Morgan Elsbeth. God, I'm really bad at being John.
I thought it looked worse.
Well, it's a different clan.
Yeah.
I don't think they were attacked.
I mean, they saved her, brought her here.
But they were.
Never mind. That looks pretty bad.
You are welcome to stay with the Mountain Clan until you decide your new path.
Oh, hey, why are you shrugging her off?
She just went through a traumatic event, Greg.
I don't understand trauma.
Wow, look at that animation.
Yeah, it's like a video game. It's times like these where I wonder how it would have been if we got this before we saw her in Mandalorian, because they tend to do that. You know, they go backwards in Star Wars.
Yeah, would we have been a heck of a lot more invested, especially in her Ahsoka plot.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have loved that before the Ahsoka series, for sure. That laugh's gonna be with her for the rest of her life.
Who's to say that won't happen to us? What if they come looking for us in the mountains?
Do not give your fears such fertile ground to take root. The hunt is today. Morgan, you may join Nali if you feel so inclined.
I wonder if that'll be a reoccurring character throughout this.
Your friends are right to be scared. Your way of life will no longer be enough to protect your people. I could help you. You need only ask.
A leader is born.
I watched my mother die. Are you prepared for the same, knowing there was more you could have done to prevent it?
Oh, the weaving of her ultimate revenge plan starts with one.
It is so interesting watching villains come to life.
Do you think the droids will leave us alone?
As long as we leave them alone.
Is that how it works?
If they came, how would we defend ourselves if...
I hear Morgan Elsbeth's words on your lips. We must trust our path.
Isolationism's never a good policy.
It's a fascinating illustration of the dark side of the Force, where you're not doing it like Jedi focus or anything like that, to actually zero in on it.
Morgan has some weapons.
We won't bring them to the village.
We should trust our way.
There's no harm in looking.
Are you coming or not?
Going down a darker path feels like the way to protect.
Peaceful isolationist. What could go wrong?
You can actually understand why they would go down this path.
Giving them motivation, just creating empathy for your villains to create like dynamic characters that aren't just like good and evil. I love it. Crazy concept, right, Greg? Characters with dynamics. I don't buy it.
Whoa. Oh man, they're all gonna die. Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Oh boy.
Holy shit. Oh, she a badass. It's like two very different styles of martial arts.
Yeah.
One using more of a cheat to deflect with their own weapons that they use against them, the other more straightforward combatant.
You must not assume, just because someone does not want to fight, that they are not capable.
That's what I tell my wife.
Where is my daughter?
Greg.
Mother, our way is true. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's sad.
All she wanted to do was protect her mom.
Now will she go to a dark path?
It appears your path is set, Morgan Elsbeth. I pity you, for I can see what is to come.
Sick.
Left with the flames. Good first episode.
Yeah. Strong start.
Makes a really good, compelling case. I like the concept with the mom a lot too, because you might get the impression that she's been a pacifist her whole life, but you can tell that she's had some experiences herself. But we got more to talk about after we get through them all.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for the next one. Let's go. I'm so excited, Greg. Sorry, didn't mean to scream.
Doom and gloom. I'm so excited. There are just like certain Star Wars shots you need to get in there.
Yeah, nothing like a Star Destroyer. Over Coruscant, nonetheless. Oh, well, look at that animation, Greg.
It's quite detailed.
These designs allow for increased maneuverability and lower fuel consumption to better protect your pilots and keep them on the field of battle for longer intervals.
Oh, we're later into the Empire.
Aside from the cost, which would be astronomical, how feasible is the production of these starships?
Still Morgan.
Yeah.
My base of operations is on Corvus.
Oh, cool. Corvus.
Thank you for your presentation, Magistrate. Unfortunately, we will not be moving forward on this deal with you.
Why?
That's a waste. Those are really annoying to deal with.
When your plans for these advanced starfighters first came to our attention, they were causing quite a stir in some circles, not because of their unique design.
How stout this guy is.
These fertile systems, however, now those are interesting. We will be there in short order to take what is rightfully ours.
You know, the Empire is just a toxic environment.
I think you mean a healthy bureaucracy.
There's like no sense of goodwill at all. Nothing is ever fair.
I don't know. She's not great at politics.
This is sophisticated work. You've changed the engine manifold. Why?
The interior twin ion engines are inefficient when you're using that much power.
I know that voice.
I suppose the Empire is going to steal my ideas as well as my resources.
Is that you, Lauren?
No, but I am curious to know about the mind that came up with it.
I don't know who that is.
My superior sends me to these meetings to search for people with a particular vision.
Star Wars visions.
Why is it that you want to lend your substantial talents and vision to the Empire?
Why, for the glory of the Empire, of course.
I see.
This is Thrawn's number 2.
Thank you for your time, Magistrate.
Not you, Lauren. Number 1. Wrong.
Well, you provided commentary, and that's what counts.
I got excited. One of my favorite mustachioed. Also the voice of
Winnie the Pooh.
Clone Wars.
Oh, yes.
Hondo is the voice of Winnie the Pooh. Chip Cummings.
Path of Anger. I thought we were well on the Path of Anger.
Just straight. Wow. It was so green and pretty back then. Oh, it's cool to see some familiar faces from Ahsoka.
That is true.
Or actually Mandalorian, rather. And look at them. Nobody's up against the wall, tied in those electric thingies.
It wasn't just a yellow hue.
Were you successful?
No.
But you promised us work and prosperity.
The Empire wants only your resources, not your people, not my idea.
But people are resources.
We trusted you.
When I found your village, you were nothing. I built your fortifications.
And we let you run our lives.
You promised us wealth.
You lie, Magistrate.
Everything comes at a cost.
Well, your desires maybe weren't properly aligned.
Including failure.
Failure? Which? Man,
You see, it's
being
the
a leader is
mentality
tough.
that failure is just another way to learn. And you guys are just not being self-reliant enough. Frankly, I'm on Morgan's side.
Yeah, I think they're overreacting a little bit here.
I think they're not even putting all their eggs in one basket.
They're all willing to turn on me after everything I've done for them.
Yeah, she literally turned them from a tiny village to like a thriving little...
These are not my people.
Burn them all.
How could they ever be?
That is actually really interesting to come back to this and see.
Oh, look who it is!
He's back!
Man.
We never did learn the... Wait, no, we learned faith about him in Rebels, right?
Oh, there's a much larger background,
Yeah.
but yes. Sick.
Huh? Whoa. Damn, these fights are insane. Are these mo-capped?
Very, very likely, honestly.
Holy shit.
Yeah, talk about some choreography, huh?
Hey, let everybody see.
Call the guards.
No.
Such loyal subjects.
Honestly,
She really held her own.
Who hired him, though?
that's Thrawn's number 2.
He's Thrawn's... That's right. Yeah. He's the final season of Rebels. Yeah.
Who sent you?
Well done, Magistrate. Thank you, Rook. That will be all. Forgive the theatrics, but we had to make sure you were capable of handling yourself.
Oh, so he works with Thrawn directly.
That's what I was trying to...
Yeah. So they go way, way back to Thrawn's early days in the Republic.
God, I love Thrawn so much.
History remembers the witches of Dathomir.
Damn, everyone's just really good at appearing here.
I was curious to witness a display of your particular skill.
Why not experience them firsthand?
Oh, you misunderstand. My interest is based on admiration.
I say Chiss first.
I love seeing him in this animation.
Who are you?
Admiral Thrawn. Captain Bellion told me the finer details of your presentation. The Empire is a magnificent construct. However, it's not without its vulnerabilities. While many of my colleagues think on a grand scale, they often overlook where problems begin, and they always start small.
Man, this is essential viewing.
You speak of the growing rebellion.
A sickness which kills both common man and king will need minds like yours if we are to eradicate them.
Empire wants only this planet and its resources, not my mind.
Your designs are brilliant, but not cost-effective. Over time, this will create a weak and disillusioned military. The Empire will slowly crumble. Men like Istain join out of greed and self-interest, others out of fear, all with ambitions of power.
This is more the Thrawn that I wanted from the live-action Ahsoka.
Why do you seek imperial favor?
Revenge.
Revenge.
Like, this is such a good, like, alluring Thrawn when he was 30 pounds lighter.
Years ago, my people were all but destroyed. Yes, I seek power to ensure my future, to destroy my enemies.
You know yourself well.
My anger gives me strength, and it is that strength that I offer the Empire.
Offer accepted.
Istain.
No, that is a portion of my fleet. They'll be at your disposal to begin your operation.
What does this mean?
Y'all should have been nicer. That's what it means.
It means she won.
I just feel like that voiceover actor was not in the same room with anyone.
Long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire.
Man, yeah, I'm definitely... Were we rooting for the wrong team, Greg?
They make great points. You know, when you're venturing out and trying to make a name for yourself and make a business going.
Yeah.
Honestly.
As an entrepreneur.
There's just some things about their approach with, you know,
You see there was
communication and
another
team building.
Kiner in that score?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There was a Sean Kiner.
Star Wars, a nepotism saga is what we'll call it. Let's watch the next one. That was
I would
really
love
good.
that. No, that was great. God,
I'm finding the
it's
storytelling
always...
really engaging. I like how it fleshing out more of.
Yeah,
I didn't think they'd actually be bold enough to be like, let's actually explain how they became
who they are.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that we're hopefully we finish the Morgan Elsbeth narrative in this episode. Hopefully,
No, I think we should just get like 5 minutes of Barriss coffee and we're good.
Barriss, I'm gonna lose my mind with you, Greg Alba. Are you excited?
Yeah. Is this with Morgan? I didn't think she would actually be trying to do any good for that village beforehand. I never even questioned how she came into occupying. Thought that was interesting.
I think it's sometimes you can be both doing good and bad at the same time, right?
That's how you run a YouTube channel.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, look at that deforestation. Look at that hue.
Interesting how the first time you hear Thrawn about mentioned in live action was there, and then we go back to hear the origin.
Wow, that's a great point.
Yeah, it rhymes. It's like poetry. Spielberg.
Man, look at these happy workers.
You should have been nicer
with their wealthy economy.
Should have been nicer.
I wonder if they set up the. Oh, he aged. Oh, we've had a.
Was he the first one to interact with Din Djarin?
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
He's the one that had the whole mayor get up.
I like to watch everything once and then hopefully remember is how I do things.
I remember everything, except for the really important little things that people freak out about in the comments. Okay, New Republic. Okay, all right, so the war is over. I'm keeping up. Wait, so is this before or after The Mandalorian?
Open the gate in the name of the New Republic.
Yeah, this is coming closer to Mandalorian timeline.
Yeah.
That's an evil droid.
I'm wondering if this is after.
After the showdown with Morgan Elsbeth?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? You need Morgan Elsbeth in this show. I'm pretty sure she's going to wipe these people out.
That's true. There are people with guns on the roof.
Yeah.
When you put it like that...
Nadura, is that you?
Hello, Wing.
Why have you come back?
I'm now an ambassador of the New Republic. There was a special assembly. They were looking for people to go to distant worlds and petition for membership. So here I am.
Cool.
The Galactic Empire was defeated. You don't know?
Clearly not.
Okay. Yes. This is before The Mandalorian.
What has Magistrate Elsbeth done?
No one has seen her in a long time. The people are afraid.
I will speak with her.
No one goes in.
Things have changed. Maybe even Magistrate Elsbeth.
Sure.
I kind of love this. What a fun concept.
It's interesting how, like, last season, they kind of hopped around, and they're keeping it in linear order.
I appreciate that it gives a, time for us to really, really let it sink in with these characters.
The path of hate. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering.
Suffering leads to a good time. Ah, there they are. Love me some electric stockades. Well.
The volume.
I know you never played the Knights of the Old Republic.
I did. I played them all.
Did you?
Yeah. Played them all. Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of Dantooine, like the little Jedi enclave there.
I brought a petition to the Senate for Corvus to become a member planet. They are willing to accept. However, first you must step down and relinquish your control of the local systems. If you will not comply, I will have to arrest you.
Good luck.
I remember you, Nadura. You left many years ago because it did not suit you to work in our factories. You felt it was beneath you.
The Beskar spear makes such a presence.
I wish we knew how she got it.
You have all but enslaved these people.
She's going right back to the factory.
I've had a vision, and I will fulfill my destiny.
I won't allow that to happen.
I hope you're prepared to back up that statement.
Please.
Dude.
Your crimes are well known. Step down willingly. Turn yourself in. I can help you get a fair trial. Don't burn everything down around.
What would be fair about the trial for her?
My world has been burning since I was a child.
Oh boy.
Why should this one be any different?
They're all dead.
Kill her.
Get to the ship!
Woo!
Oh. Sick.
You should be careful with your tongue. Your people need you more than I do.
She has a soft spot for him.
Well, it's just a way to control.
Send a distress signal.
It's about to blow up.
The first two were from Morgan's perspective, and this is the first time we're seeing it, how she's evolved and people view her the villain.
She also is now defending the grand plan of Thrawn and her to get the Night Sisters back. Ooh.
Oh, did that kill her?
I kind of hope not.
I mean, she's definitely...
That hurts.
Flame damage going on here. Sure, just burn some of the trees while you're at it.
We have to make cool set pieces for Ahsoka.
They didn't, like, bring the trees.
I think it's more a lesson, right? Oh, great sound design.
I understand that you must be frightened, but I'm here to reassure you. The fires will continue burning. You will work night and day, but you do so knowing that you will be part of an effort that will save our galaxy from ruin.
That is truly horrible.
Be brave, no matter how dark things get. Help will come.
Did she summon? She summoned the soak, the snip.
That's exactly
the snip.
You can make a difference.
That's great.
Who is this? I received your distress. Come in.
Is that the first time Rosario? Oh shit! First time Rosario Dawson was doing the voiceover work. It's kind of.
No one is coming.
That's so clever.
Oh, the symmetry, the full circle of her arc.
Wow, it rhymes.
Her path.
What a great way to explain how Ahsoka got there.
How did Ahsoka piece together that Thrawn was in cahoots?
I guess we're just going to need another spin-off show.
We're going to need another spin-off with Rosario Dawson voicing Ahsoka. That will make everyone happy.
I've got a gut feeling that Ahsoka was already
this.
on the trail.
Perhaps.
Of Thrawn.
Well, Michael, let's save the discussion.
I won't say another word. I'm ready for Barriss.
I think we need to do after Morgan died and watch her get buried.
Night Sisters don't
disintegrate.
They go. Oh, that's Order 66 sounds. Oh, that is an awful place to experience Order 66. I guess that's a pretty good place to experience Order 66.
Probably like the best. You're not going to get in trouble.
Or murdered.
That's what I meant by trouble. Wow.
Guard! What's going on?
Oh, this is going to be so good.
Tell me what's happening. Has there been an attack?
Just be glad you're not a Jedi anymore. But tomorrow, they won't exist.
T. Bradley Baker's back.
But she still feels the weight. Still feels the suffrage. It's good. The clones can discern technicalities.
They did not in the final season of Clone Wars for Ahsoka's sake. That was a technicality we were all hoping for.
Stand up, Barriss Offee.
Sick.
Great music.
What does the Jedi Council want?
I am not here on behalf of the Council.
Oh, look at her eyes.
The Jedi tried to assassinate Chancellor Palpatine.
What does this mean for me?
It means I'm here to present you with an opportunity, Barriss.
She looks high.
Will you take it?
Did she become an Inquisitor?
She's gonna have the option. Dude, I'm so freaking stoked to see the early days of the Inquisitors. Oh, devoted. Sick title. Wow, look at that. It's the Fortress Inquisitorius. Man, they build things very fast.
It wasn't already built, like as part of the plan?
Maybe Palpatine was starting to work on it, but for some other purpose. But I also don't know how much time has happened since Order 66.
Now that you've all arrived, we may begin.
Yes.
You're here because the Jedi failed the Republic.
And to see him translated this animation, too.
Wow.
Out of chaos, Emperor Palpatine will bring order, but the task will not be easy. His vision must be protected at all costs. Prove yourselves worthy of this task today, and you may join us.
I'm curious if Luminara, her master, is still alive at this point, or still a prisoner, because they used her to lure the corpse anyway, to lure in Jedi and Rebels.
Oh, okay.
What a great trial that would be to have to kill her old master.
We need to get out of here. What are you talking about? What he said back there doesn't sound any better than the Jedi, Dante.
I wouldn't.
Why should we listen to you?
Because she can sense something.
What about us? What happens when they find out you're gone?
That's not my problem.
I have never really found the Inquisitors kind of scary, but they are kind of scary in this early stage context when you're in the perspective of, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they literally, they have to like make a definitive choice on whether or not they want to be dead or not.
I love capturing the dread of the Inquisitors.
Oh, they're gonna get their new lightsabers.
Last time we saw him was an Obi-Wan, and last time we went here was an Obi-Wan.
Terrible accident.
It rhymes.
Sadly, we must proceed without him.
What happened?
I told him not to go.
You were wise. Please take the boy. Barriss, come with me.
I'm so glad we're gonna spend some time with the Grand Inquisitor. I would love to see his story alone. I hope we get another season.
The lessons you learn from the Jedi greatly limit your power.
Ugh.
But I will help you overcome this weakness.
I don't understand.
Take this weapon and attack me.
Hit me if you can. He's like Morpheus.
You're not armed.
I don't need to be. Go ahead.
No, it's Lucius Malfoy.
You're holding back. It makes you predictable. Stop fighting like a Jedi. Attack!
Fight to kill.
Better.
Sick. A temple guard training comes in handy.
Now I feel your anger.
Give in to your anger. Ouch.
Good.
It's cool. Last season had Ahsoka training, and to use Barriss here for that.
And blood.
Perhaps
Yeah,
you're
no,
not
you're
as
absolutely
powerful as we...
Whoa, he's bleeding too from that.
Oh, he's so happy. He's so proud of her.
Force off. Dathomir. No? There's a red sky.
Just the sunset, Greg.
I get confused.
That's okay, buddy.
All right, now you're going to fight Darth Vader.
Should probably see Vader soonish.
I must confess, you've impressed us. You both have.
Oh, they're going to have to fight.
Unfortunately, there is only room in our ranks for one, and so you must face one final test. You may choose not to fight, of course.
Woo!
In which case, both of you will die.
This is really gripping. This is really great.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Embracing the future.
Damn. What an interesting fighting level.
Yep. Oh, yep. This is a real fight to the death.
It's like with a sinkhole. That's all she needs.
Oh.
Save the lightsaber. She's killed before.
Yeah, she has.
Welcome, sister.
Which one?
Was she one of the Inquisitors?
Yeah, but which one? We haven't met her yet.
Okay.
Man, her meeting Vader is going to be so interesting. There was so much baggage there between those two characters.
She had the hots for him.
Brothers, sisters.
Oh, the other Inquisitors? What do we got?
He was the one who was killed off in the last season.
By Ahsoka. Is that Merrick from Ahsoka?
You mean Kanan Jarrus? No, Kanan Jarrus was really under the suit the whole time.
Gonna lose my mind.
Now it is time you meet your new master.
Whoa, he's already shown up.
Hi, Dad. Oh my God.
There's just something about Vader, isn't there?
This animation, Greg. My God.
Long live the Empire.
God, I love it.
Long live the Empire.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Wowie, Greg.
I'll say I feel like this is already more satisfying than Morgan Elsbeth's stories.
Well, this is just a plot that I've been so desperate to know about. I feel like when the Inquisitors were first introduced, everyone was so meh about them, and so to finally get the meat and potatoes of their origin.
But you also don't know where it's going.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, it's so and the early days of it are just so scary because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, whereas like Morgan's is kind of like filling in some things they already told us.
No, exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's
go.
Let's do it. I still like the Morgan stuff.
No, the
but
Morgan
this
stuff is great.
Like,
no, this is
gripping on every front.
I would watch a full on series about this and be a happy boy.
Our target is known to be working with a local rebel cell.
From the intel, it seems unclear whether a Jedi is involved or not.
The Grand Inquisitor wouldn't send us here if the intel wasn't credible. You should know better than to question that.
Man, if you didn't like the way the Jedi were running things, Barriss, wait till you hear how they talk to you.
There could literally be a Barriss Ahsoka rematch.
You think so?
Maybe. Anything's possible, Greg. The Star Wars. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Oh, wow. Where are we?
These people have nothing. How can the Emperor allow this to happen?
When the people show loyalty to the Empire, they will be allowed to flourish, but not before.
Then let's complete our mission and allow them to prosper.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way she'd be convert. I don't buy it. I think she's just playing along for now. I know she had.
You have to survive, right?
You have to survive, but she still had like some more morals. You know?
When you start killing Jedi and younglings and
but she didn't kill
you
younglings,
fall,
did she?
at some point she's going to be put in a position, right? Where
yeah, but would she? I don't think she would.
We'll find out soon enough.
That's why I like it. I like the debate of it.
Where is the Jedi hiding?
There is no Jedi here.
The Jedi are dangerous. They can control your minds, make you do things you otherwise would not.
Man, you can do that too.
You know something. You can tell me.
Take off your helmet.
You should tell me the truth. Was there a Jedi here?
She's so soft. She's caught between two worlds.
They're hiding in the mountains.
They?
You did the right thing for everyone. Sister, the mountains.
Oh, that poor kid.
Ooh!
You gave me your word.
Yeah, she's not going to stand for this.
Well, then.
Oh, wow. Damn, this is good storytelling. I like it a lot. Oh, that is bleak as hell.
Oh, the music, the art.
Now, this feels like a real tragedy. Damn, she just wiped them all out. Hey, little boy fessed up. You keep him alive.
Yeah, that kid. I'm not saying that you should just...
Now, Barriss going to take her out.
Yeah, Barriss is in a weird position here, huh?
It's like Barriss didn't agree with the Jedi Order, but I wouldn't call her like a fucking... I wouldn't call her this.
Barriss believed that the Jedi were behind the war. It was against the war. It wasn't calling for a...
Yeah, she was calling
replace it
for
with a dictatorship.
Yeah, she wasn't...
Also, the person that orchestrated the war is the Emperor.
True.
Creating fear will turn the people against us.
They were already against us. Now those who witness our strength will respect it.
I love how much of a fanatic she is because she speaks with so much pain of where the rage comes from. She's not just playing villain. She's not cold about it. Like there's like a rage in her.
You do need some genuine fanatics when creating an empire. I would love to see like the seed planting that Palpatine had to do.
Look out!
Holy shit.
So nice. So kind.
You can use the Force to lift yourself up, can't you?
Taking care of each other.
Oh my gosh, she's ready off to a fight. What a reveal.
Who is it? Anybody we know? Kind of familiar. Slow down!
Damn. Dude,
choreography is sick.
This is some of my favorite Inquisitor stuff I've ever seen.
You need to surrender.
You're a traitor and a murderer.
Not true.
You expect me to believe you?
Is that? Ooh. No.
The Jedi are gone. I know what it's like to be lied to be deceived. But that's over now. Turn yourself in.
There's a lightsaber in her back.
Aren't you tired of running?
I'm so tired.
But it'll keep going.
Then come with me.
Now you're dead. There it is. Yeah.
They're still alive. We can save them.
Forget it. Let them die. It's not worth the trouble.
She's trying to find the gray between the light and the dark.
The Jedi are a threat to be eradicated wherever they are found.
Jeez.
Then you have one Jedi left to deal with.
Woo! Oh, God. This is some of like the best Inquisitor stuff.
I'm so impressed, Barriss.
Yeah, I mean, she can't.
I won't let you die. You're not alone.
All right, kind of crazy. Is Barriss gonna be in the hidden path?
Maybe in the next episode, she's like an old woman with like children with this guy.
Well, that was a woman, I think.
Oh, was it?
I thought so.
I don't see gender. Unless you want me to. You tell me how to feel, people.
Man, I'm excited to see the hidden path if we're doing a real time jump. Also, Barriss is probably going to die. But
no, I don't think she's going to die.
I hope. I mean, I'd be cool to leave that. I hope not either. But I don't know. It's been pretty dark, dude.
I mean, she doesn't agree with any side. She's a libertarian.
Well, be interesting because she makes an interesting character to be connected to like Ventress and some of the others that are part of the hidden path who exist in that gray. But I guess we're about to find out.
I believe she'll die if she has a showdown with Vader. Is my joke coming true?
I think it might have been. And it also...
No, these are different people.
I think we're on the hidden path.
Cool.
Greg, we're on the hidden path.
We seek the healer.
Follow me.
It's a baby.
He said we seek the healer, so maybe it's not the hidden path.
I think you just get way too excited.
I get excited. That's my job.
And you let yourself get ahead.
I get so ahead. Well, just think about it. If the next animated series is The Hidden Path, and this is the last episode of this, The Way Out of The Hidden Path.
Who's the baby?
It's their kid.
Whose kid?
The couple's. The kid's sick.
But the baby looked very different than them.
You don't know that. All right, it does look a little different than them.
Come, she will see you.
So Barriss has become a healer. So are they doing this like method of the first two are from the main character's perspective, and then you see them from the other people's perspective of their evolution?
Oh, that's a really interesting.
Come forward. You're safe here.
Aw, wow. That's an age up. Oh, so she might have like... Wow, that's like an age up.
Dude, I was more accurate than you were.
You were.
There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with you.
But the Empire came to our village and examined all of the children.
They took samples of their blood.
Never mind, baby looks like him.
They wanted to take him away, so we fled.
Oh.
M count!
Hidden path!
That's when we met the Traveler, and he told us to find you.
I was still right.
My family faced a similar situation, but it was the Jedi who came and took me. I saw amazing things, traveled the stars with my master.
She looks kind of fondly now.
Are you saying our child is a Jedi?
No, but your child has within him the potential.
That's fantastic.
But now, such gifts are a curse. The Empire will take your child and use them, if not something worse.
Who's coming?
Oh, it better not be Vader.
You think Vader would come out here for this mission?
If she's made it this long? Or the Grand Inquisitor?
Nah, he's dead.
At this point?
Yeah. I'm just taking a guess. It would actually make more sense for the Grand Inquisitor to show up.
Take this family and go. Use my starship.
Where are we taking them?
The hidden path.
To see an old friend. She'll understand what to do.
Ahsoka.
Oh, they linked up.
Take everything I've taught you and pass it on.
She might die.
She's not making it, pal.
She might die.
Live. Now go.
Name your baby Jimbo.
Jimbo Kenobi.
Jimbo Skywalker.
It has to be Vader. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Why is he showing up?
Because it's full circle. That was such a pivotal moment in driving Anakin away from the Jedi Order and from Ahsoka.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I lied. Why would you think that?
Stop doing that, would you?
It's poetry. It rhymes.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. She never got a new outfit.
How ironic that when I am not seeking you, I find you at last. I have been sent for the child.
Jeez. Oh, she doesn't need a weapon.
Is this who you have become? Chasing down innocent children for your empire?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
You're correct, Lynn. I do not.
It's a great lesson in her coming back to the Jedi way.
Yeah, it was the cape holding you back.
Your anger makes you predictable.
She's become the Grandmaster. She's found the gray. Woo!
Stand aside.
I think she's going to let herself be struck down.
I warn you not to follow the child into that cave. You do not know the path, and if you go in, you will not come out.
Once I am finished with the child, I will be back for you.
So curious.
Second she enters, this little rock gives her a concussion.
Too soon, Greg. Still recovering.
And then Vader shows up. The hell is she going to encounter in here?
I mean, caves in Star Wars, there's a certain mysticism that comes with them. Oh, she's confronting herself.
It's like a fun house.
Yeah. Oh, her anger that she must be feeling in a fun house.
She's in a glass case of emotion.
Also, is Barriss just going to take her ship? No.
21 days later.
I warned you.
Enough of your trickery!
This is great.
Lay down your weapon, and I'll show you the way out.
Do you know what they'll do to me for my failure?
It seems Seer is not your ally, but your master.
Dude, she's so cool.
Let me help you.
Oh, what?
Barriss.
What?
You know the way out. You just have to accept it, Lynn.
Stop calling me that.
But that is who you are.
Can she convert her?
There is no way out, is there?
That's what the Empire wants you to think.
Wow. They have a hold on you. You can change. She gave up her life so she could realize the truth, so she could change. Damn.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Aw. Yo, this is so good. These episodes have been so good. And she left it behind. She moved her. Learned a lot about leadership from Barriss. She had to follow the light from darkness to light. Oh, will they not tell us if she lived? Oh, because she very well could still live.
I've seen Grand Inquisitors survive worse.
She could very much be alive, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Damn, that was great. That was really, really great. We got so much to chew on.
We sure do, Greg.
That was so good. That was great. That was so good. That was so good.
That was Ahsoka good.
That was really great.
That was...
I like that more than Tales of the Jedi. Quite by a lot.
By a lot, yeah.
I like Tales of the Jedi quite a bit.
Yeah.
But and the most compelling part of it was the Dooku arc, you know, so to just heavily focus on...
Wait, you mean the
Empire part of the Tales
Sith
of the Jedi.
Of the Tales of the Jedi?
Yeah, that was the best part.
Yeah.
And then to go to this, where I thought it was more focused, you know, because instead of hopping around, you tell essentially one long story, because you could still see why they divided up the stories into separate episodes as opposed to just making it one long episode. But they made like great short films out of each one of them, and you know, to get like the Morgan Elsbeth stuff out of the way, because that is the least strike. It's good. It's good. Like there's definitely parts of it that I quite enjoyed, but a lot of it seemed kind of familiar, and a lot of it did seem like, we know this. I love the visuals as always. I like getting in some of the information of how Ahsoka learned about her, and you know what her history is with how she first encountered Thrawn, and also that, you know, she, like, these are two people who were kind of caught in between. More, I could see why this story focuses on both of them, because neither one was like fully, you know, engaged with the dark side or whatever. You know, like they.
Well, it's Tales of the Empire, not Tales of the Sith.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of the thing of like being in between and having to make a choice. And I like that, because you have one story with Morgan who chose a path, and then you know, being confronted with this, and then as the same thing with Barriss. So while I enjoyed those parts and the fight scenes were as great, I would say the impact was more like, yeah, I admire this. This is cool. The real juicy stuff, like the real meat and potatoes of this journey, was undoubtedly the Barriss experience by far, man.
100%. Well, I think just to give the Morgan story like a little bit of love for a second, it was really interesting because it's been heavily alluded to, but it was really the first time canonically, at least in animation or live action or any kind of form, that we've been able to see Thrawn's grand plan in action in the Imperial era. And I thought that was really kind of interesting. Like his movements and his positioning in a lot of ways against elements of the Empire and some of his larger, bigger picture. I really, really enjoyed that. And it was really nice to have context for that. It was also the original Clone Wars animated series was where Grievous was first introduced. And it was so awesome to see that horrifying war criminal version of him in animation again.
Yeah, sure.
And this kind of just egregious Grievous on the very atmospheric Dathomir was extraordinary to watch. I mean, that was just some of the most visually compelling stuff. And what's cool is I think it goes beyond Morgan's story. It also really sets up. You've played Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, all of it.
So you know some of the characters in there.
Yeah, all of them.
Who may be also from Dathomir. Try not to spoil anything.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay, great. Well, it's cool because it goes beyond just Morgan's story, but it explains just the overarching Dathomir experience, and even contextually, Maul when he goes back to Dathomir and what that experience is like. So it was, I don't know, it was amazing to see that animated.
Yeah, I think if you notice though, the context, the biggest impacts from that journey are kind of a lot of the surrounding stuff of Morgan and not really Morgan.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with Barriss, it's Barriss's journey, I feel like, is a big part of what makes that so impactful, even though it extends to other parts.
Well, one is redemption, one is revenge, but that's the poetry I think they were going for, right?
It rhymes, yeah.
For Morgan, she wasn't able to do anything but turn it into revenge. For Barriss, I think her ultimate decision at the ending to offer help, when in reality, she could have literally just stole the ship from Lynn, and could have just left her on that planet and could have been A++.
Yeah.
But decided to reconnect to the purest form of the Jedi way. And it sounds like even rekindled with Ahsoka and found peace between what was, in essence, her greatest betrayal and that split from the Jedi Order. So, I think there's something really powerful to be said there about here are these two characters and how did it end for Morgan and how did it end for Barriss? Yeah. Or has it even ended for Barriss?
I don't think it's ended for Barriss.
No, I think that they have set up now some really phenomenally interesting characters for a Hidden Path series, which at this point, if they don't do it, it is such a lost opportunity because you just have such a great cast of very complicated, emotionally complex characters from very different perspectives and backgrounds who are all being forced to work together in order to achieve a common goal. And even though they're all force wielders and they all have lightsabers, I don't know. This was, in my mind, the perfect setup for what comes next, while also just the Inquisitors. I have to say, I give them so much credit because I remember the first time I saw the Inquisitorius and they introduced them in Rebels and they had them, they're using them like helicopters. I was like, oh, I don't know, and I wasn't a fan of the costume design and then bit by bit, the Grand Inquisitor was really the first one that I was like, oh man, this is great. And then in Rebels, when you see Barriss's master Luminara and her corpse literally being used to lure in Jedi, I was like, oh man, this is great. I want to explore this. And then of course, the video games took it to a whole other level and it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And next thing you know, they're this really phenomenal part of Star Wars lore. And yet this early chapter of following who were, number one, the first Inquisitors who really subscribed
to the channel.
to the channel. Who are the super sexy Inquisitors? And it's interesting because in my mind, there's really only two who really believe in it, or at least think they believe in it, in the form of Lynn and the Grand Inquisitor, at least at the start. And everybody else is operating out of a place of fear.
Well, that's why I love the peel back of it, because that's what you learn with Lynn, is that she was being ruled by fear at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I like that deconstruction that they do of her character. And the setup with Barriss as well of, you know, with last time we saw her, when we pick up with her, she's dealing with the consequences of the actions that she took with her lack of belief in the Jedi Order. And then she's welcome with open arms to prove her place, to have, you know, now we will accept you here, though.
Yeah.
But then seeing the actions, and I think the decision-making of that and the conflict that she was facing, what's great about the positioning of what they do with this Tales series that they're doing is they have to position themselves where there's no room for fat, and at the same time, they don't want people to make it feel like that these needed to be longer. And I feel like this season really refined, accomplishing that objective.
The formula was perfect.
Yeah, especially for this season. Like, I really liked last season, but I thought this was like pretty near.
No, and the use of the time jumps, you know, to allow contextually, let the audience fill in all that themselves and get us to where we need to be, especially for these characters that, like, yeah, we don't need an entire spinoff show of Barriss, but to be able to follow that journey and get all of those interesting threads and to see what was this evolution, it's just such a wonderful setup. And even, you know, going back, rewatching Ahsoka or Mandalorian, I will never see Morgan's character the same way again after this.
That's true.
The question is, will I ever watch that season of The Mandalorian or Ahsoka ever again?
Probably. I mean,
maybe.
you probably, but
yeah, definitely.
Well, I think like the arc that they did with them, with both of them, they had that really interesting structure where the first two episodes of each of these characters, you see it from their perspective. You're in their shoes, and then the third episodes, they're still the focus, but they always start off with other people's perspectives of how they're viewed, because that is a very integral part of life. You know, like I can say what my opinion is, but of me, you know, like, other opinions, people's don't matter of what the choice I want to do in life, but at the same time, I can still see the affect and what it is. That is important at the same time to be like, oh, people are generally seeing me this way. This is the way I make them feel. This is the way I'm perceived. And that's how you can really also kind of determine a level of your growth and who you have changed into, depending on how people are actually perceiving you or how people truly view you. Yeah. And like Morgan is just looked at as this oppressor, as much as she flaunts being someone who's going to help save the galaxy, as much as she touts that I am a hero. And even though she wasn't coming from a place of wanting to enslave, but she ultimately is, clearly that's who she is. Whereas with Barriss, you get to her and they're literally calling out for the healer. And they both had their failures in the past, but you see what they've learned through that is very, because they directly call out failure.
Both of those of their worlds have burned. Both of them have chosen different paths by which to heal from that and and you know, I think for Morgan, what was so interesting to me is that there is a broken child in that character who sees her entire motivation is to bring back the Night Sisters. Mm-hmm. And everything else is just a front. And whether or not she actively believes that front, I think she genuinely does. And that was what was so interesting about this. Mm. It added that kind of extra layer of depth. You know, in the beginning when she's using, you know, the Mountain Clan, I think she really believes she's helping them, but she's using them as a means to an end. And the villagers, she's using them as a means to an end. And at the end of the day, everybody in her life is a means to an end to try to fill in this void. What's interesting is that was in many ways what Barriss had been doing. Ahsoka being framed was a means to an end. But there was this growth, this learning experience. And ultimately, the line was drawn in the sand, and Barriss was able to grow and change and able to do this selfless act. And I love the decision. I thought those were two very interesting characters with similar experiences that went in two very different directions. But enough about what I think, and I'm certainly done with what you think, Greg. What did all of you out there in the Reject Nation think of this, the Tales of the Empire?
I feel like there's more I wanted to say.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got to go.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I might. Yes.
Then I'll shout out the music. It was exceptional. The fight choreography and this prestige animation. And I think this show
animation was so good.
I think this show fits this perfect sweet spot of, giving us something that is canon, but not beholden to set up something bigger. And
I think that it gives us something canon that sets up something bigger. And the music was great.
Does it? Does Tales of the Jedi do that? Does this?
I think that this lays a really good framework for Thrawn.
I don't feel like I'm watching it to be what's coming
right.
out.
And I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's just a great piece of standalone content that just so happens to be part of a perfect puzzle.
Yeah.
Made by a perfect puzzle maker.
I think it's really great. I think it's a really great side of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But dude, Michael, I gotta go, man. So shut up.
Reject Nation.
Just shut up, Michael.
Leave your comments below. I want to hear what you thought of these.
Keep
what was your
talking.
favorite arc?
My God.
Don't forget to hit the like.
I got to get out of here.
And you got to hit the subscribe. I got tickets to see Jon Stewart at the Greek.
Oh, you liberal freak.
Well, listen.
Star Wars is not for liberals.
No.
This is why women are ruining Star Wars.
Tales
of the Empire is about two women now. You just put that together.
You just put that together. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the villain's a woman inquisitor.
The villain's a woman. Was there any men in this?
Yeah, Vader. He was in a mask. The grand
Thrawn.
something. Thrawn and granddaddy.
The Chiss hold women in very high esteem. Anyway, Reject Nation, we love you. Don't forget to hit that like. Use the Force to hit that notification. Anything else, Greg? Buy merch. We love you all. Bye.